Hey guys, welcome back to some more Football Manager 2014 and the third and final part of the save showcase of my FM14 Journeyman. As you can see, we have finished our Journeyman at Norwich. Now, I don't know why this save finished, whether it was because I got bored or the new game coming out. I really can't remember that. But we're going to have a look at our final two clubs, one of them being Norwich, and for the eagle-eyed viewers among you last time out, there was a slight spoiler in it that I was also manager of a certain Bayern Munich, and I stayed there a lot longer than I ever thought I did. I joined them back in 2020 and didn't leave until 2025. That is insane. I don't think apart from Everton maybe, I don't think I've ever stayed at the club that long. That is pretty crazy. You know, 5 full seasons there. Or is it 6? I don't know. 2020, so 2021, 21-22, 22-23, 23-24, 24-25. So it is 5 full seasons. And Guardiola, so Guardiola was the original manager and then we took over from him, a 2-year gap. I'm guessing Bayern Munich were just not a playable club. We added them as a playable league. They didn't have a manager, so that's what happened. But yeah, so we joined in the 2020-21 season. Let's have a look at the transfers that we made that year. So 2020-21. Very weird. These are the guys that we brought in. Mercatan Lewandowski. I think that's a pretty ironic one, considering he was actually at Bayern Munich at the start of the save, went at Atletico for 27 million, then joined us for 12.5. He scored 30 goals in 33 appearances in that first season. We then signed Christian Benteke. He scored 4 in 9 apparently, and had a few loan spells, including Wolves apparently. Cesc Fabregas, we brought him on loan. He made 23 appearances, scored 3 goals. Eric Lamela we brought in from Tottenham. He seemed to have a pretty good time. 24 goals in 75 appearances. And Cristiano Ronaldo was brought in. That's fantastic. No goals in 28 appearances over 2 seasons. That's pretty poor for Cristiano Ronaldo. There's no real point looking on the outs. I guess Kevin Volland is probably the only notable one. But let's move on to the next season. We'll look at transfers and then we'll look at success after that. So 21-22, we've got Will Hughes. We brought in 40 million from Reading. He's now gone to Inter for 1.7 million. But he had a fair few good years at Bayern Munich before leaving for Inter Milan. Nothing to do with me. So he's gone. Vidal we brought in on a free transfer. I'm pretty sure, I'm sure he plays for Bayern in real life, so that's quite a good one. He had a decent season, nothing too special. We also signed Alexander Mitrovic from Paris Saint-Germain at the time, and he only scored 1 goal in 4 appearances. That's a really poor signing. Lagarde, Maruna and Nora. And then in the next season we signed Igor. I seem to remember him. Do I remember him? No, I don't think I do. Don't think I do remember him actually. Lewis Holtby we signed as well. Daniel Nunes. Hold on. This guy was insane. This guy was insane. He's 29 years old now. But yeah. I remember this guy. He was a beast. A wonder kid that we brought in. And he was just fantastic, as you can see by those stats. But look at the attributes. Fantastic player, this Daniel Nunes guy. Melendez was brought in as a right back. He's now at Ajax. He only spent a couple of years at our club after a 30 million transfer. Somebody commented about me financial fair play. Oh dear, it was absolutely terrible. Luis Suarez, is that the Luis Suarez? It may well be. I think it is. He scored 9 goals in 22. Had a decent spell at Liverpool. He stayed there all his career. Joe Hart as well we brought in. That's pretty insane. He only played 1 game for us in 2 seasons. At this stage, I don't really know who these players are. Sciuti, I seem to remember his name. Yeah, another very good midfielder. Look at that, yeah, there, 26, 27. I mean, that isn't under our stewardship. We left at this point, but still a good player nonetheless, and we were the ones to bring him in. Sergi Senamar, he's already left. You get slight whiffs of remembrance over these things. We have got 1 more season to look at. Paul Pogba we brought in for £54 million. He's 35 now. So at the time we would have been 31, and we signed him for 54 million. But he had 4 very good years at FC Bayern, and we've actually brought him over to Norwich, our current club. So that's certainly interesting. James Milner, we brought in to Bayern Munich. Oh dear, we made some shocking signings, didn't we? Goodness me. Ryan Gold we brought in, the Scottish Lionel Messi. Of course, he's now at Reading. You know, I mean, oh, that was for the 3rd division. I thought that was a really good season. Gilson, I seem to remember him. Right back. Yeah, very, very good. Very, 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 very good. Yeah. So, no, some good players in there, but we want to look at the success rather than anything else. So let's go into the Bundesliga. We'll go into stages, and we'll go back to 2020-21, which was our first season. And bear in mind, Bayern Munich were a fairly successful side up to that point. We won quite easily, 89 points that season. We then won the next season, 84. Won the next season, 85, and then in our we won that season as well. So hold on, that's 4. We won 2 in Italy, so that's 6. 1 in Monaco. So we won 8 consecutive top division titles at this point, which is pretty insane. And then we finally lost in our final season in charge of Bayern Munich. We did lose the title to Gladbach by 5 points, and the next guy came in and is hopefully starting another spell of dominance. But it was a fantastic period for the club, and if we actually have a look at the schedule, if I can do that, so if we go into fixtures and then go 2020-21, let's see how we did in other competitions. We won the German Cup. We got to the first knockout round against Real Madrid and lost that in the Champions League, but we won the German Cup, so we did the domestic double in the first season. Then in the second season, how did we do? Did we win? Yeah, we won the German Cup again. We got to the Champions League final and losing to Real Madrid 2-0. But look at some of these results. Hold on. Yehuda Tel Aviv got to the first knockout round in the Champions League. That's fairly insane. We beat Barcelona in the quarterfinals, then Chelsea in the second finals, including a 6-4. That's a pretty impressive thing. Sami Lagarde. I remember this guy. Yeah, he was insane. And then Man City came along with a 65 million bid, and I'm pretty sure the board intervened and took control of the transfer. Yeah, I remember him. Boy, the things that come back to you, absolutely crazy. There's Manuel Neuer. He played until the end of our career, so I mean, that's impressive, isn't it? 440 appearances and 321 goals conceded. So that is pretty crazy. In at least 120 matches, he kept a clean sheet by those stats. Those are good stats. The next season, did we hold on to the German Cup final again? No, we lost in the semi-final of both the Champions League and this. We actually got past Real Madrid at the quarter-final stage, and then we lost to Chelsea, who we'd put out in the semi-final the year before. We'd actually lost this year. That's really annoying. 23-24. Got Mario Goetze as well. Let's see him. He's an assistant manager now. did a very good job for us, to be fair, especially in our last year. German Cup, quarter-final, semi. We won the German Cup again 3 times in 4 years. And we won the Champions League 6-2 against Chelsea in the final. We beat Monaco as well on the way. 6-2 in extra time. What kind of match was this? I mean, that's insane. Goethe scored 3 more goals in extra time, and Sami Lagarde scored a goal as well. But we actually won the Champions League. That is a phenomenal achievement. Who did we beat along the way? So we beat Atletico Madrid in the first knockout round, then Valencia in the quarter-final, AS Monaco in the semis, and then Chelsea in the final. And finally, we've got the 24-25 season, 30-0. Look at that. Yeah, as you can see, we didn't have great sort of domestic form this year, but we did have the Club World Cup, or Clubs World Championship, and we did win that 3-2 against Seoul in the final. And we went out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals to Chelsea. Goodness me, we have a bit of a rival with Chelsea, don't we? We lost in the semi-finals one year, we beat them in the semi-finals one year, beat them in the final last year, and finally lose in the quarterfinals this year. And it looks like we may have won this on penalties. It's difficult to actually tell. Who won? I mean, we scored all of ours and they missed one, so I'm assuming we won that. So we won the German Cup 4 times in 5 years. Let's just have a look at the club history there. And also we took over England, which we'll have a look at how we did there. If we go into fixtures, I don't know when we resigned as manager. When did we resign as manager? 9th of the 7th, 2028. So, when did we start? 2024. So if we go into the senior squad, we're going to fixtures. Then 2024. Here we go. This is when we took over. So we got through. I think we took over after the group stage defeat or exit from the Euros. Went through quite easily in qualifying. Won the Confederations Cup. I don't remember that. Scott Spray scoring 2 goals. He looks like a decent player. He's played all over, hasn't he? We actually signed him for FC Bayern, and he did all right for us. But no, he's a good player apparently. We then went on, won the World Cup. We won the World Cup against Germany in the final. Sterling and Mark Chambers scoring. He's the guy that we had at Reading, didn't he? Yeah, I remember that. And we brought him in on loan at AS Monaco, and he's become a bit of a Reading legend over the years, which is cool. If we move on to 2027, hold on, did we win this? It's very difficult to tell. They missed 3, we missed 2. We won the European Championships as well. We won the Confederations Cup, the European Championship, and the World Cup. Where are we on the Hall of Fame? I'm pretty sure we must be fairly high on it at this stage. I just can't believe how successful we were in this save. Goodness me. But, yeah, we resigned from England at the same time that we resigned from Bayern, well, just after we resigned from Bayern Munich. So we had a couple of years concentrating purely on the England job, and then we came and joined the Premier League champions Norwich. So this was a pretty crazy one. Shall we see if we're on the favoured personnel of Bayern Munich? I'm fairly sure we're an icon. That's really cool. That is really cool. We are an icon at Bayern Munich now. And yeah, Premier League champions Norwich. Basically, what's happened to them is that they got took over by a tycoon years and years ago, I think. And Mark Warburton led them to some great success at the end of it. Yeah, they got took over by a tycoon in 2017. Mark Warburton was their manager, and he went right up until the most recent season when he retired. but he had some great success with Norwich, and they're a completely different side. As you can see, this is when they sort of got the tycoon, just as they came into the Premier League, and you can see their rapid rise, and they've won lots of Premier League titles. They've won 4 in the sort of time span of the save. They've been in the top 6 for the last I don't know, 6-7 years. They are a big team now, and we came in, probably signed a load of rubber. Well, we didn't actually. We signed Romero Jaime as a goalkeeper. He seems. Hold on, that's the wrong season. We may well have brought in a load of rubbish, £98 million worth. So Paul Pogba we've brought in. We brought in a lot of FC Bayern players. Kurt Zouma, David Alaba. Oh, these are so old. Violent, I don't remember him particularly. Although I should after that season. But for some reason we've brought him in. Jamie, yes, we had a son in this save. I totally forgot about this. This is the only time this has ever happened, but in one of the youth intakes, we had a son generate. Oh my god. We obviously played him as much as we could. He came through that year. We couldn't actually play him in the league by the looks of that. But we've brought him in this year. He's absolutely rubbish. He isn't good enough, apparently. He's only good enough for League 2 sides, but he's got many caps at international level. 23 caps. Oh my god. But what a crazy thing to happen. I totally forgot that we had a son. Jamie Hannard. That's him. And we brought him in for 350k. Chasso Gorman and Vandenberg as well. But I totally forgot that we had that. And we've only been at Norwich half a season. I'm guessing it must have been the new game coming out or something. What a save this has been though. But Norwich City have rose to the top. We've took over them. Considering that we won 8 consecutive top division titles, where does that mean we are on the Hall of Fame? Let's have a look. So Jose Mourinho is still leading. We're not in the top 14. We're not in the top 20. That is ridiculous. How are we not in the top 20? What about nationality? Are you kidding me? Surely we've got to be on some sort of Hall of Fame. How are we not? What? What? We're just not. I mean, surely we've done more than this guy. Let's just have a look at our trophy cabinet. That's crazy. Look how many tournaments we've won. If you go into landmarks, we've won the Capital One Cup, Premier League, French Champions Trophy, Ligue 1, Serie A, Italian Super Cup, Serie A, Italian Super Cup, German Super Cup, German First Division, German Cup. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 trophies in a, 15-year career? That... How? How are we not on the club, on the Hall of Fame? I mean, look at all those trophies there. We did the treble that year. We won everything. We've won the World Cup, we've won the Euros, we've won the Confederations Cup. I'm really salty about that. But there is our final sort of career stats. 69% of games have been won with a goal difference of 1,076 over 671 games. Absolutely crazy. And what a history we've had. And what a save this was. I actually can't believe how good a save it was, how many players there was, how we had some sort of sun in it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I just can't believe we're not on the Hall of Fame. But anyway, that is where we're going to leave it. That is going to be the end of this particular part of the series. I am planning to revisit other saves from my Football Manager archives, and hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you leave a like down below. It makes a whole difference to these types of series and exposes it to new sort of people. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.